This is INCRadio DCEM 954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Welcome to INCRadio Silicon Valley, California. I'm Sister Jill Vasquez, and joining me, my co-host tonight
is hi. My name is Brother Andrew Lapson. It has been a long time since I've been here. Hello, everybody, and welcome to INCRadio.
Hello, and welcome. And speaking of, yes, I haven't seen Brother Andrew in a while, so I want to wish you and your family a happy New Year.
Yes, and my family does so as well. Happy New Year, Auntie Jill, and Happy New Year to everybody here watching INCRadio Silicon Valley.
And today's topic is going to be all about not resolutions.
Oh, yes.
but reflections. You know, with New Year's that comes around, it's a very popular idea to have what they call New Year's resolution.
Yes.
Have you ever had a New Year's resolution?
Yes, many times before in the past. I don't do them now, but usually the top three is I want to be healthy, I want to work out, I want to achieve some sort of goal in this year. And more times than not, it doesn't really work out. So I kind of stopped making New Year's resolutions.
I agree. So same thing, with resolution with the end of a year and upcoming a new year, you think, oh, I want to do something new, something different that everyone's doing, whether it's maybe losing weight. That was a very popular thing to think about. I want to lose weight in the coming year. And so you write that down as a resolution. But I think more than anything, resolutions have kind of maybe not worked out in the past. And so that's why today in our topic, we want to look at alternatives on the topics such as resolution, because when you think of resolution, it already means that it's been resolved.
Yes.
Like whatever you're trying to do has been accomplished. But I think maybe that's also like one of the ways that I think many aren't able to accomplish such goals because it's already been done. Like they think New Year comes a new change and they can just do it right away without, I think, thinking about it too much. They just maybe in this goal of trying to do something different.
Yeah, or it's like an overall theme for that year that, hey, I just want to be a little bit healthy, and they don't have a plan. They don't have any small points in the year where they can give themselves accountability, where then that's why some of them fail.
And so before we get into that, I'm curious to see in our live chat, what are your thoughts about New Year's resolution? What if anyone in our live chat would like to share some of their experience? And so before we go into the alternatives of doing a New Year's resolution, we are going to read some comments now. So I'll go ahead and read from Kanuel Gasman and to Alex Onyate. Greetings to our district staff for joining us tonight.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Paul, for joining our broadcast tonight. And someone that always is the first one that puts in their greeting, never misses. I check in, and this is the first name that I see on our live chat.
Oh, really?
Already waiting, I think, at least 10 minutes before we go on live is Ka Jordan and DK. He's saying hello, Paul, from hashtag Fremont, hashtag SVC. Happy viewing. Hello, Ka Jordan.
Hello, Paul. Thank you for always being our number one fan.
Yes.
Oh, and I think I'll continue from Brother Socrates. Happy viewing from hashtag Salinas, hashtag SVC. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching INCRadio Silicon Valley, California. And also Sister Kayla, always a pleasure. Happy viewing, Paul. Hope you all enjoyed INC Media Live earlier today. That is right, Sister Jill.
Yes.
We did have our INC Media Live earlier today. If you did not tune in, you definitely missed out.
And it was a very lively show that was held out in the local congregation of Fremont. It looked like everyone had a great time during INC Media Live. Prizes were handed out. And so catch it again on replay if you did not catch it earlier. It's a little bit tough. Everyone might be still at work, but
Yes.
there's still a chance to definitely see that. And let's see what else. Oh, we have, okay, so I'm going to go with Sister Audrey Navasca watching, happy viewing while watching from Redwood City, hashtag SBC. So hi, Audrey.
Hi, Sister Audrey. How are you doing?
Okay, so let's talk about our alternatives
Yes.
to having what's many try to do as New Year's resolution. I think one of the alternatives that we'll start out with is looking back. Instead of maybe creating resolution, looking at what they want to change, what they want to do different, or thinking that they're not happy with certain things, but more so on reflecting. I think that's, as we mentioned in our title, not resolutions, but reflection. So possibly reflecting on what's worked so far, right? Brother Andrew, what do you think?
I do agree. Well, while everybody is like towards the end of the year, we all think about the things that happened during that year and all the bad things, all the positive things. But I feel like people most likely look at all the negative things that happened in the past instead of focusing on the positive. And that's why we have this tradition of making New Year's resolutions, of trying to fix what happened last year and make it not happen again this year or for the new year. But they never focus on what they did good.
Yes, and I think there is a mentality that we look at, we hyper focus maybe on all the negative things on ourselves or on the bad thing that's happened, and we tend to definitely forget all the good things in our lives, maybe good memories that happened in the past, in the previous year, and we forget about all the good things that's happened throughout the year. So I remember in one of our previous broadcasts, one of the suggestion about starting strong for the new year is creating a gratitude jar. I forget exactly who it was who mentioned it on the live chat, but when I read that comment, I thought it was such a good idea that throughout the year, you write down something that you were happy about or that you were thankful for that happened on that day. And you put it in the jar so you don't forget about it. So that maybe at the end of the year, you're reflecting and you read out all these good things that happened throughout the year. So I love that idea, and that you don't forget all the good things, all the happy times, and all the positive things that happened throughout the year.
That's such a great idea. You can also put down all in the jar, all the people that helped you during that year, that you learned with, who was a mentor to you, gave you good advice, and you had great memories with. So in turn, in the new year, you can help them. You can hang out with them more. You can continue to learn from them. And that's building healthier habits towards being happier in the new year.
Yes, and it looks like Polyander in our comment, he says, "Good evening, brethren. Happy viewing from the locale of hashtag SSJ, which is South San Jose." And it was Michelle Vasquez who gave us that suggestion of the gratitude jar.
Thank you so much, Sister Michelle. Appreciate that. What a wonderful idea for the new year.
And I think that can go for anybody. I think it could be for your whole family, from parents to kids alike. They can definitely practice being grateful more, being, having gratitude and remembering all the positive things that has happened. So writing it down so that you don't forget is such a great way, a good habit to start. And speaking of having an alternative to resolution, it's about creating good habits.
Correct. Yes.
So I think with resolutions, you tend to forget the steps. As you mentioned earlier, there are steps in planning to achieve certain goals. And a good way to look at changing something is creating a habit. And I think we forget that change doesn't happen instantly. It takes maybe smaller steps, achievable steps to change something. So I think by creating good habits, that's another way to think about how to do a positive change in your life. So for me, I do think making it small and achievable is a good way to change. Like for instance, if I said, I said I want to be more healthy or healthier. That's probably the better word.
Yeah, healthier.
Healthier, not more healthy, but healthier. I think if I just said I'm gonna stop eating everything bad, like fries and burgers, which I love.
I love those too.
Nachos, tacos here in Redwood City is really good.
Amazing.
But then that's kind of such a hard, that's such a quick line to all those things that you've enjoyed. But what if you do something more achievable, like looking back and instead of looking at cutting all these things out, looking at how you could create a small change that you can definitely do. Like for me, I think I don't drink enough water, and that's not a bad thing to drink more water, and then you become healthier and think, and then you start to think a little bit more about changing small things that are achievable, adding a side salad to your burger, things like that.
Instead of fries, yeah.
Exactly.
And I feel like that's why most New Year's resolutions, they ultimately fail. Like, for example, those who want to go to the gym more, want to be healthier, they go really hard right at January 1st, go to the gym every single day, 2-3 hours, and then they eventually stop because they made such a sudden change from what they did last year and that their body could not handle it. They did not have a set plan. It's better to take smaller steps towards your goal than 2 big steps and then 5 giant steps back.
Yes. and then you stop in trying to achieve your goal, and then I think with that, when that happens, you're not going to feel too good when you've stopped trying to achieve a goal that you've set for yourself. So that's why I think starting out small, making small changes and building a habit towards that goal, and so that you feel good about achieving, whether you, for instance, whether you've drank like 32 ounces of water in a day. That's a big deal to someone like myself who drinks more coffee than water, and then to suddenly see that I'm drinking more water. That's awesome. It's clearing out my skin. All of that positive comes out even with just a small change. And so I think you're giving yourself more opportunities to achieve these goals by, one, being healthier, but not suddenly going to the gym every day for 2 to 3 hours and then suddenly crashing out after that.
Yeah, I feel like, we are all human. We basically we basically focus on all the negative things in our lives. We don't really look at all the or the positive things. So achieving small victories will actually ultimately give us, good perspective in our lives that we are continuing to be positive in our lives and not focusing so much on the bad.
Exactly. So while we are trying to come back, I hope you guys all are able to still hear us. There we go.
And we are back.
We're going to read a few more comments from our live chat today. So we have Ann Tabara. Hello, po, brothers and sisters. Happy viewing for everyone. #local of Sha Tin District of Hong Kong.
Oh, wow. Hello from Hong Kong.
Hello, I don't know what the time difference is, but we thank you for joining us today in our broadcast for INC Radio. Also, I'm going to go ahead and read Jay. Great, good Jay. Happy viewing, boy. I love what Jay. Has the little one.
I also saw Ka Ryan Ilaga, which is my minister, also said happy viewing po. Hi, Ka Ryan. Thank you so much for tuning in to INC Radio. We also have Sister Marilyn. Good evening to all from Monterey, one of my favorite cities in the in the Silicon Valley.
Hello from Monterey. And then I'm going to read Francis Valente, who will not be missing out on our broadcast as he is behind the camera right now. And so if you would like to read his greeting to all of you watching now and listening, happy viewing to our INC Radio Silicon Valley, California satellite broadcast today Enjoy from hashtag Gilroy. Let's keep sharing, subscribing, liking, and comment away all to all the viewers. So thanks, Ka Francis, for our comment today. Oh, we have one about reflecting.
Yes.
Go ahead, Brother Andrew.
I believe it's for Rainier. Also said reflecting more on progress and experiences, positive and negative, that have helped build and help you grow.
Wow, that is true. You also good point, Brother Rainier, about looking at progress and looking at where you might have failed. That's also good to kind of look at, not in a bad way. It's more so to understand how maybe not to do it again,
Mhm.
how to possibly make a plan. Or
Yes.
plan to go on the right direction.
Yes, but we shouldn't dwell on it or have that be a roadblock in our way that we can't just, hop over it.
I think that's what it is. It's a roadblock. When they see that they failed, they suddenly stop.
Yes.
And I think that's one of the maybe mistakes that happens is that they stop instead of trying to find the alternatives, right? As we are all talking about alternative ways, it's not to stop, but find ways to continue on in trying to achieve that goal. So if you fail, that doesn't mean you couldn't change it, right? We all have that power to change or find a different direction.
Yes, and we're all different. One way for someone is not going to be the same way for ourselves. So finding a different way, finding your way is actually the best way to go about achieving your goals.
That's a great advice. So we have another one from Brother Walton. The habit I hope to pick up this year is giving an INC media card to at least one person every day. Oh, that's a great, easy, I think, achievable goal is to have that INC media card and just to be able to hand it out. It takes a lot of courage. I
It
think.
does, yes.
And so to be able to have that as a goal, it's already such a big step to achieving it. Starting out with someone you already know, handing a card out to someone you don't know is probably overwhelming.
Yes.
So I think for everybody, it could be small as starting out with someone you know.
Yes, and Brother Walton actually has a great goal that actually has a time. So he had put himself in a time period where it's like every day at a quantity, which is at least one person. And these are goals that have certain qualities that you can achieve, which you can do, which is great steps for planning and achieving a goal.
So I want to move on to another alternative.
All right.
Point that I wanted to touch on is probably focusing on a feeling that gave you a positive feeling, whether it's maybe you're able to experience joy by doing something. So if you in creating good habits or looking and reflecting back on what are the positive things that's happened in your life, looking back and thinking about what was something that you've done that gave you joy and just keep doing it. So what's one thing that you've done in this past year, Brother Andrew, that you think you're going to keep doing?
Oh, I think everybody knows what I love doing, and that is playing golf. I enjoy that so much. It has brought me joy. I've met many people, strangers even, and gotten to know them better just in the span of a golf round. So I do hope, and I hoped to continue playing golf for many days to come.
Exactly. And as Brother Wenzel, hello, Brother Wenzel, thank you for tuning in. And his comment is, Brother Andrew will help me reach my goals with learning golf.
Hi, Brother Wenzel. Yes, we actually have started. I've been teaching him how to play. He is actually a very good student. He's learning very quick. He's very athletic. And honestly, he's about to be better than me soon at this point.
And speaking of giving you joy, but also something that you do in golf, and I think whatever it is that gives you joy, but it also helps you to relax, meaning take the stresses away of everyday life. So if there is something that you are doing already that helps you to de-stress, maybe from your weeks worth of work or stressful school life, maybe from all the studying, if there's something that you found already that helps you to relax and enjoy, I say keep doing it.
Yes.
I think that's a good way to continue doing it into the new year and not leave it behind. So again, reflecting on all those good things that's happened and bringing it forward will definitely give everybody some time to find what gives them joy, what helps them in their lives to stay positive.
Yes, well, everybody knows who plays golf. Sometimes golf is stressful, but yes, while looking at the positive things, I don't like to dwell on the negative things that makes a New Year resolution. So I don't say New Year, new me. I always say New Year, still me. So I'm gonna continue doing the things that I love, continue to do the things that I have done in the past well, and honestly, just give myself a break. I think we get in our way too much of when we try to set goals for our life and how we achieve it. So I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna do the best I can and hopefully come out a better person.
Awesome. Which brings us to our last point of having these alternatives to a resolution is sometimes understanding that you don't need to change anything, right? As you said, New Year's still you. And
Yeah.
I think sometimes if you are already finding you're setting your goals, you have good habits already, there's you're happy with everything. I don't know if you need to really suddenly change anything. And that's okay. And that's
Yes.
really okay to keep going, doing what you've done well so far and keep doing it.
Yes. If it wasn't for all the fireworks and the ball drop, it would be just another day.
That is true. Without all the fanfare that happens for New Year's, I think it is. You're just moving along and doing what you've done well, but remembering it that you've done it well and
Yes.
say, it's okay. I'm going to keep doing what I've done and do it well.
Yes.
So let's read some more of our comments. So thank you to all who have joined us in our broadcast tonight. And so now we're going to continue to read some of our comments from our live chat. So we'll start with Karena Manuel. Hello and good evening. Hashtag SBC. Excited for tonight's broadcast. Hashtag San Jose. Thank you, Karena, for joining us tonight.
And Sister Jessica or Jessa Hippolito, hello po from hashtag SVC, hashtag San Jose. A lot of San Jose brethren tuning in. Thank you, Sister Jessa.
And then also Sister Amy Wong, happy viewing. Well, from Salinas, hashtag Salinas, hashtag SVC. Thank you, Ka Amy, for tuning in. I know it's late, but we are so appreciating all of our comments and all those who have joined us this evening. We have also Mark Manuel. Good evening, SVC. Let's hang tight for another great show this evening. Yes, we're all hanging together. Thank you for coming, Mark.
Thank you, Mark. And Brother Romel Aquino Jr. Hello, Paul. Happy viewing, everyone. Hashtag San Jose. Again, San Jose going strong.
Going strong for San Jose. Now, I want to bring up that we have Kuya Tech. We have some upcoming activities for the District of Silicon Valley. So if we could show everyone our promos for upcoming activity. And so while we are waiting for that promo, I'll go ahead. Oh, here we go. So we have for the District of Silicon Valley, California, Kadiwa organization on January 25th. We have a DIY milk tea social, and this will be at San Jose Function Hall at 12 p.m. So we hope to see all of our Kadiwas there, and I guess milk tea is still going strong.
Yes, I guess so.
Are you like a coffee or a tea drinker?
I am a coffee drinker all the way. Caffeine is good for the soul.
All right, and then our next upcoming activity?
Yes, we have our card making sponsored by the CWS organization or Children's Worship Service in the District of Silicon Valley. It will be at your locales on the weekend of January 18th and 19th at your designated locals worship service hour afterwards. This is where our children will actually make cards that will have templates on INCmedia.org. So if you'd like to join in, you can go ahead and download some of those templates at INCmedia.org.
And lastly, this coming weekend on Sunday, January 12th, it will be a special gathering for all officers in our district at 6 p.m. in 4 venues. So we have it at Mountain View,
Yes,
and then Fremont, and then San Jose, and then Selena. So all four venues will have our special gathering, and that will start at 6 p.m. this Sunday. And speaking of, there's some other, I think, other brethren who want to say hello to Brother Andrew. One is Brother John Lally. He's saying hi, Brother Andrew.
Hi, Kajan Lali. I miss you, Paul. Speaking of Kajan, yes, we've been trying to make a golf tea time for the longest time. So I will be hitting you up soon. Hopefully, we can golf together in the beautiful city of Monterey.
Monterey, yes. Oh, that's awesome. That's a great place for golfing. And then we also have Mark Vasquez with his comment. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fail to the level of excuse me. You fall to the level of your systems. Thank you, Paul, for that quote, Mark.
Oh, that makes sense now. I've heard this quote many times. I kid you not. I heard this
Yeah.
and I finally get it now. Okay. Thank you, Mark Vasquez, for making me understand something I've been hearing for like the last 20 years or something.
To the level of your goals, but you fall to the level of your system. So it's your ways, right?
Yes.
Again, mentioning about creating steps to reach these goals, right? So you're creating it towards these goals. Okay, so we also have Ka Ross Teason. Happy viewing, brethren, from the local congregation of San Jose, District of Silicon Valley, California. Hashtag San Jose, hashtag SVC. Thank you, Ka Ross, for joining us tonight.
Yes, and Sister Jerica Hippolito, making SMART goals is helpful for the new year. I think that is an acronym. And yeah, I have no clue what that is, but if you want to know, Sister Jerica will let you know.
Sister Jerica, thank you for that. I will now look it up. SMART goals.
Yes.
To help for the new year. Thank you. And then we have Jiro. Good afternoon po, mga kapatid. Viewing from Templo Central. Oh, thank you so much, Brother Jiro, for joining us there from the Philippines, Templo Central. I mean, everyone knows Templo Central.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, and Reina Manuel says, with everything happening around us these days, every waking day is a chance to reflect and be grateful. Hashtag San Jose. Yes, it is a very trying time, and being grateful of all the things that we have, the things that we have in our lives, and just our lives itself is honestly a very humbling thing.
I think we need to focus on the positive.
Yes.
And look at what's the good things, big and small, that's happened, so that we are not focusing on anything that's negative, that will hurt us, that will make us feel sad, and again create roadblocks for ourselves.
Yes.
So we have a few more greetings. We have from Carl Robert Messina. Hi, Paul, from hashtag Milpitas, hashtag SBC.
And MJ Magadan says, greetings, Paul, to our district minister, Brother Noel S. Gassman, and to our assistant district minister, Brother Alex Unyate, hashtag Salinas, hashtag Silicon Valley. Thank you, MJ Magadan.
And so with that, I think we would like to kind of conclude now with our broadcast. It's been such a great topic, and I hope everyone has picked up something, has looked on more positively on this new year.
Yes.
And that's something that they can carry on through the rest of the year.
Yes.
Like golfing. Like Brother Andrew is going to make tea time for everybody who's reached out tonight.
Hopefully. I would love to play with anyone who is willing to play.
Awesome.
Yes.
And then, so this, I'm thinking there's more comments, and I know there are, and we thank you for leaving those comments. And so we would like to especially thank our church administration, starting with our brother Eduardo V. Manalo, our executive minister, and our CEBSI CEO and Christian Family Organization coordinator, Brother Angelo Manalo, for giving us this platform to reach out to our brethren and to use INCRadio to continue to have conversations like this.
Yes, we also like to say thank you to our District of Silicon Valley district staff. We want to say thank you to our District Supervising Minister, Noel S. Gassman, our Assistant District Supervising Minister, Alex Onyate, our CFO Overseer, Mark Anthony Manuel, and our Multimedia Advisor, Francis Valencia. And we also want to say thank you to our techs, or to our staff here at INCRadio Silicon Valley, to our Kuya Tech, who is working so hard behind the scenes, Brother Manley Andaya and Brother Wally, our station manager.
Thank you, Paul. And there are ways, I think we want to say there are ways to tune into church media?
Oh yes, if you love what we do and want to support and you want to know more about the Iglesia Ni Cristo, you can go ahead and keep up with us at YouTube at INC Radio space DZEM space 954. Go ahead and share the link and subscribe. Don't forget to like. We also have various social media accounts for the Church of Christ at Iglesia Ni Cristo News and Updates on Facebook. On our Instagram, it's at INC News and Updates, and our Twitter or X is INC News _updates.
And I want to say thank you, Brother Andrew, for joining and being my co-host tonight.
Yes.
Thank you. And to everyone tuning in, please tune in every Friday at 10 p.m. Pacific time, and that's at 12 noon or 1 p.m. Philippine time for INC Radio, Silicon Valley, California. We'll see you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye. And Happy New Year's.